Hey beauties and my unicorns and narwhals. Today is story time with unicorns and narwhals. Woo! My first actual full-time story time video. Um, that was just Jack. And so, for you guys that don't know, I have a cat. Or any new time viewers. So my story time today is I am sharing a very embarrassing, moment, I guess you can say. Um, for you guys who do know, I'm in high school, so I haven't had that much experience with embarrassing moments, but I had one back in 7th grade. I had a really bad, embarrassing, oh, sweetheart, come here. He wants down, but I just hit his mouth. Okay, sorry. I had a very bad, embarrassing moment in 7th grade. Um, so I was, how old was I in 7th grade? I don't know. Don't ask me. I was probably like 12 or 11, maybe 13. I don't know. I really don't know. So it was closer to the end of the day. It was like right about my lunchtime. I was getting ready. Just got out of study hall. I was ready. It was nacho day. And I remember it being nacho day because I was so excited. Um, and when I was in middle school, we didn't have, like, gym per se. We did, but we really, didn't, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, we had gym and we participated, but in the same sense, it was more like, oh, come here and exercise for maybe a half an hour, and then we are sitting around basically doing nothing. So it wasn't like full on, I'm in gym, we're gonna run laps, do a couple push-ups, sit up, stretch, play a game kind of thing. We exercised for a little bit and we went. And I was like the last day of gym, I was getting ready to bring all my clothes home because I always somehow or another end up with gym in the winter. So I was just bringing home all my sweatpants and stuff like that so I could wash them and everything. This was last day of gym, so I was bringing home everything that was in my gym locker. Um, so I guess I'm kind of lucky on this aspect, but I was in line, and the way our cafeteria in my old school was set up, it's like you walk in, right here's the your bar for, like, all your foods. You walk through, and then it's the cafeteria. I used to walk into the cafeteria after study hall, and I would go and set my stuff down or talk with my friends, and then we would go and actually get food. So I went to go set my stuff down, and I'm like, oh, I have money in my backpack. I'm gonna go and grab that so I can get a snack. And so I was on my way to my locker, and I was wearing my favorite pair of skinny jeans, and this is when I first started gaining weight. I know, I'm awkward. Most kids start back in, like, 6th grade, and they start gaining. I didn't start gaining weight until the ending of, actually, freshman year is when I gained the most weight, but, like, I was starting to get weight. It was just that puberty phase and all that stuff, so I was wearing my favorite pair of purple skinny jeans. They faded. It was a thing. The studded belt. I was so excited. I got them on, and I bent down, and I ripped the crotch out, and I cried. I called my mom. I ran to the bathroom, like, Mom, I ripped my pants. And I wanted to cry. And that wasn't even that bad. The guy that I was dating walked me to my locker, and he was behind me when I ripped my pants. And the whole time I could think, oh my god, the guy that I liked just saw my underwear. I ripped my pants. I was crying. As you can see, I'm red now because it was really embarrassing. And so I hurried up. I'm like, we're going to call the guy that I liked. His name's going to be Justin in this. I'm like, Justin, just go to the cafeteria. I'll meet you there. Okay, babe, I'll talk to you when you get back. I'm like, okay, yeah, And I didn't really have, like, sweatpants or anything. I had capris, and it still had snow on the ground. So I, like, texted my mom, like, don't freak out, I'm wearing capris. And then, of course, she was like, why? I thought you were wearing pants this morning. I'm like, I ripped my pants. She felt horrid. I've never thought, like, something like that would happen. And, like, I was always, like, between a 0 and a 2 in middle school. Like, even when I started gaining weight, I was never any bigger than a 4. And then as soon as I hit high school, I gained most of my weight. I was a 6, 7, occasionally the 9s, because I have a lot of weight problems with that, fluctuations. So yeah, I was so red that day, and I remember I completely skipped lunch, and I called my grandma, and she came and got me, because I'm like, I can't do this. Even though there was like only like 3 or 4 hours, not even left of school, it was like really ending. Because at my old school, I went to study hall lunch, and then I had 2 classes. I had like an English, I believe, and like a history. I don't remember. No, it was English and math. My math was my last class of the day. And I'm like, you need to come and get me. I went down to the nurse, and and I told her what happened. She's like, I'll call your grandma or something. Because I used to get sick a lot, so even the school knew if I worked pre's, they had to call my mom because I'd get sick. So that's my embarrassing moment. As you can see, I'm actually really red talking about it. We were talking about embarrassing incidents today at lunch with my group of friends, and that came up, and everyone laughed at me, and I'm like, it's not that funny. And then my best friend, well, she's not really my best friend, she's like my really close friend, like she's like my sister in a way. She's like, that's okay, try having your bra break in the middle of class. I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't imagine that. So I just wanted to do story times with unicorns and narwhals. So at the ending of this video, comment your most embarrassing moments in middle school. Tell me what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you in middle school. Go. Bye, guys.